Everyone's thinking of the Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you are here right now, say what up, say good morning. We have the S&Ps up 83. Dow's up 764, Nasdaq up 184 on positive news from Moderna regarding a possible vaccine. What's going on? Micah, Nick, Tony Starks, Hank, Daniel, Carl, Oogla Boogla, Keith, Jeff, Mason, Rodney, Aditya, Alex. What is going on? And just crazy. If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Tobin's ready to rock. But yeah, so the market, I mean, is pretty crazy. Like we were up last night. We were up last night about 300 points in the Dow. We were up 20 to 30 points on the S&P's futures. That is, I was like, that's quite a bit to be up at night. Maybe someone knows something. We had Powell on, and last night Powell said, the GDP could shrink 30%. He says you don't want to bet against the U.S. economy. He also said, what else did he say? He said that he also said that the full economic recovery may not happen without a vaccine. And then just boom, Moderna reports positive data. And this is the same thing that kind of happened at GILD. However, what's kind of interesting, they're saying that all 45 participants produced COVID-19 antibodies, which is huge. They say at day 43, 2 weeks following the second dose, levels of binding antibodies in the 25 mcg group were at the levels generally seen in blood samples from people who recovered from the disease. So I got stiffed on GILD. Yeah. So if you're trading Moderna, you definitely want to be careful. You want to be careful. Can we go over Chinese stocks and trade war? Absolutely. We're going to be going over BABA, Baidu, JD. Of course, we're going to go over BA trade war. I've been staying out of. I'm staying out of Apple and BA mostly because of the trade war implications. Now, anything could happen with the trade war. But getting into this, there was some interesting things here. Okay, it says, when combined with the success in preventing viral replication in the lungs of a preclinical challenge model at a dose that elicited similar levels of neutralizing antibodies, these data substantiate our belief that mRNA 1273 has the potential to prevent COVID-19 disease and advance our ability to select a dose for pivotal trials. So that's good. Now, the thing is, where was it? Trying to find it. I read this whole article before the stream. It said the company said it expects to begin phase 3 in July. If the vaccine is found to be effective and safe to use, it could be ready for the market in early 2021. So guys, it's going to be a minute. It's not like people are acting like we're going to have a cure like tomorrow or a vaccine. Is my volume too loud? My audio too loud here? It seems like it might be too loud. So it is going to be a while until we get a vaccine. So, you want to be careful. Like GILD, you want to be careful. Yo, Daniel, what's going on? If you're just joining, say what up. A little loud. Someone was complaining that my volume. So here's the deal. My son comes in here into my office, into the studio here, and he's like, he plays with my settings. He pretends he's like YouTube, and he pretends like he's on the mic and doing all this stuff, right, and trading and going crazy. And then I come back and say, oh, like my volume. I'll just a little bit. He like turns up my volume, or way turns down my volume, so it gets crazy. I just adjusted a little bit to the downside, because I think that It was getting a little too loud because I could see that my audio is going up. Anyways, it could be ready. So they said it could be ready for the market in 2021. Obviously, the market's moving up on positive news. Market's moving up on positive news with GILD, but we all know what happened with GILD, guys, so don't be tricked out. I'm not saying go short or anything, obviously. Not investment advice, for entertainment purposes only, but just be mindful. Remember a couple weeks ago, GILD, what we saw there, GILD. If you don't remember, go back, check the charts. Here we are. So just be mindful. This is good news. However, it's not going to be ready to 2021, so the market could be pricing something in. I don't know. And we also don't know between now and then how many people are going to be going back to work, how many people are going to be defaulting on their mortgages. I'm not saying that everyone is. Maybe everyone goes back to work, everything's back to normal, which I hope. I hope everything goes back to normal. We have a low unemployment rate of 4%, 3.5%. Things kick back up and everything is fine. But we don't know. So here we are, and also this is a election year, so could get a little rocky. But on SPY, Nick, are you still holding DKNG? I wish, bro. I wish. I sold before earnings. Should have held, but that premium crush, you know. Anyway, SPY. What we're looking at on here, what I was looking at on the chart. So last night SPY was 288. SPY was 288 when I did my video last night. 288. Now it's 293. Just absolutely ripped up here. You know, resistance we know 295, 294. We're getting really close. We're at 293.34. So I'm gonna be really careful. Really careful here, because I mean, we know that there's sellers up here. Positive data is one thing. I mean, it's good, but is it enough to get through this wall? So we want to be paying attention. If it busts through, just be mindful. We do have the 200-day moving average at almost 300. It's kind of decreasing a little bit. It's at 299.42 right now. We're above the 50-day, so we're stuck. We're stuck between these two places right now. You know, it could bump up above the 200-day here. So that would obviously be bullish. But DKNG, I'll go over my trades here in a second. But DKNG, I mean, I think everything is literally up right now. DKNG, BA's up 6 points. I am long XLF. So kind of go over my trades here. We'll go over BA. We'll go over some of these trades here. But kind of show you what I'm dealing with. I'm long Beyond, I'm long Costco, I'm long Dropbox, I'm long DocuSign, I'm long Grubhub, I'm short Tesla, but this trade's worthless. I am long XLF too, so I'll be up a little bit on these. I'm on the June 21 calls. So basically, I'm long everything. I sold some stuff on Friday because I was afraid that we were gonna have a gap. I was afraid we were gonna have like gap down Monday because Friday was so bullish. Maybe we're gonna have gap down Monday, but here we are, almost 1,000 point up on the Dow. But BA, the thing with like BA, Mason, if you're still here, the thing with BA is the trade news now. So yes, it's going to move up and down with the market, but as you guys know, with any sort of trade news, this thing could really tank. I mean, Boeing has high exposure. Apple has high exposure. Any stock that has high exposure to China. So right now we're at 126, and if we're looking at here, this is still on the decline. It needs to break above like the 136 area to try to reverse trend. I mean, if you see, this is in a straight decline. So we need to break a new high around 135, 136, 130. If it could push 140 and start breaking this way, it can reverse the trend. But right now, it is still in a serious downtrend. I mean, every pop gets sold. Every single. I mean, we may have two green days in a row on Boeing, but those pops get sold like quick. I mean, if you go back to even March, I mean, we popped up, sold off, then we popped up, sold off, popped up, and as you can see, the bounces get smaller, a little weaker. We had a big bounce here, sold off. We had a bigger bounce, another big bounce here, sold off. Then they started getting weak. It bounced from 132 up to 154. Then it bounced from 121 up to 147. And I mean, 20-point moves. I mean, those are big moves. Those are big moves. It seems like, you know, if you're looking at the chart, they appear smaller. Even though, I mean, you could definitely make money in here. 20-point move in a few days, you could definitely make money to the upside, to the downside. But if it were me, I mean, you really have to catch the timing on the upside, right? If it were me, I would try to, I would try to short the rips. It's a lot easier than buying the dips. I mean, because you don't know how far the dip is going to go. So, and for me, if you have like the China trade news, you have that. Like if you're short, you have that advantage. Now, yes, you're long today, but you're making money. So you kind of feel like you got the wind on your backs. But overnight, I would definitely, like, for me, my preference would be short. With a chart like this, my preference would be to remain short and short the rips. Thank God I got out of my spies 277 puts while they still had some meat on them. I know those are probably gonna be zero out today, JD. I'm like, that's insane. Nvidia. So Mason, I hope I answered your question. That's kind of what I was looking at. Daniel Sawyer's, what's going on? Hit the like button if you guys can. If you guys are just joining, helps out the stream. Hope you guys don't mind the advertisements. Got approved for this channel for monetization, so you know. And Nvidia. So yeah, Nvidia has earnings on. Let's see, when does Nvidia have earnings? Nvidia has earnings on Thursday. So I mean, it's running really hard prior to earnings here. Running real hard prior to earnings. Nvidia. That's great. 352. I honestly, for Nvidia, I have no idea what to expect for earnings, but I feel like it's going to be a disappointment now that it's ran so hard. I feel like at this point it's going to be a disappointment. I mean, what's not priced in, you think? Might be a good opportunity to sell some premium. So I think for Nvidia, I'm going to try to sell some premium. Yo, Reggie, what's going on? J Cam, how we doing? Baidu, Chinese stocks, Baidu. So watch out for Baidu. Baidu has earnings after market close today. This could definitely pop. I mean, it's kind of been consolidating in this area. It's at 102 right now. Implied volatility, I mean, it's not great. 92, 96%. I might be looking for a trade in here. We'll see. I mean, kind of been balancing out here. It's just kind of leveling out. So it might be a dead trade, might be a little bit bullish. I don't see how Baidu could, you know, really go below like the 100 mark. But you never know. You never know. Let's go back to the last couple of years. I mean, it's pretty low already. I mean, it likes the 150, 160 area, and we're pretty low. So if China is showing signs of recovery, if you guys don't know what Baidu is the Chinese version of Google. So it's definitely have popped up. I mean, I thought like 150, 160 area it definitely liked, but now we're way below that. So maybe sell some puts in there. Credit put spreads might be a good trade there. Miss Manley, what's going on? Ash K. Good morning. Any suggestions to invest 1,500 in options? So here's the deal with this. With what my goal is. Here's the deal with what my goal is and here's the idea with what my goal is and what I want to do. If you're looking to invest, like people often come to me like, hey, I have this much money, what should I do with it? And what I try to do with this channel and what we try to do with Us versus Herd is to get you to start building that muscle. Like, don't rely on me. Don't rely on anybody else on the group for tips or anything like that. Or, I mean, it's good to get feedback. I like to bounce feedback from different people. But at the end of the day, you gotta start lifting some weight, developing that muscle, putting some work into options trading. Like, don't listen to anybody tell you. It doesn't matter if they have a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter if they're president of the United States. It doesn't matter who it is. Don't let them trade for you. It's your money. You want to put it to work. So you got to find the opportunities. We go over the opportunities here every day. Now it's up to you what you want to do, how much risk you want to expose yourself to. So you need to really start getting your head in the game instead of relying on others, because at the end of the day, when you're pulling the trigger, it's you and the stock market. It's not Nick and you, it's not Joe and you, it's not anybody in yourself. It's just you and the market. So it's up to you to make the money. So that's the goal of this channel. That's what I'm trying to do. This is the goal of Us versus Herd, for you to develop those skills yourself. I'm not a guru that's going to teach you a 3-chart system to make money every single time. That's not going to happen. That will never ever happen. We're survivalists. We push through the pain to make the profit. That's who we are. So that's what I'm trying to do. So pay attention to the live streams. Pay attention to the people in the community. We have a lot of smart traders, a lot of great traders here. But at the end of the day, it's you in the market. It's you in the market, you know. So going back to Baidu, I'm looking to maybe sell some credit spreads in here on the put side. Be a little bit bullish on it. Down here around 199. Sure, it could rip me a new one, so I'm probably gonna go small. Only try to do like 1 or 2 contracts. Only try to do like 1 or 2 contracts on Baidu. Not try to get too greedy. You know, we also have. Let's take a look at Alibaba as well. Alibaba. What I don't like, I mean, it's at 211. Actually, it's reversing trend. If it can hold up here, what I didn't like was the high at 231, the high up right here around 225, another high at 215, and then another high at like 208, and it was downtrending, right? So now it popped up to 211. This is where I would be looking for, like on BA, to start reversing trend. So you can see now Alibaba is 211. So basically, it's right here. This broke through this previous high. It can start reversing trend and retest 216. And if it breaks that, we're going to go 220. Could definitely go 225. So that's what you want to look for, like on a reversal. I have Baidu wondering if I should hold the 101 call. Why not just take profits and redeploy the capital afterwards? You know, if you still believe it, take profits, realign your position. I mean, Baidu is expected to have a $9 move. So you have a gap up today, make some money. You're making what do you got? 50, 60 delta on that right now. Make a couple $100, flip that, get back in. If you still believe in it, right? Now Walmart has earnings tomorrow morning. Home Depot has earnings tomorrow morning as well. I think these stocks. I definitely think Home Depot. This stock. Walmart's holding up pretty well, but I think they're kind of a little bit overhyped. Walmart looks a little bit better, but usually for me, Walmart's mainly just like a premium suck on earnings for me. I don't know. Whenever I trade earnings, let's say I buy, it's always like a premium suck for me for some reason. Now Home Depot, I mean, it does look bullish, but I don't know in terms of Walmart, like what's priced in, what's not priced in. You know, we do know that they're going to probably have good earnings. However, they're probably going to be offset due to coronavirus and the additional costs, right? I mean, that's what everybody's been saying. Now, Home Depot, I think Home Depot is just absurd. I mean, it's back up here. It's back touching all-time highs here. It's currently 247. I mean, we made some money. We left a lot of money on the table Friday on Home Depot. You know, I made $150 on it. Could have been $600 profit in one day. I mean, just insane. I think Home Depot is crazy, but there's not like on Home Depot and Walmart for earnings. I mean, implied volatility is so low. I don't know selling premium on here is even worth it. I don't want to go short. I'd rather just sell some neutral strategies, sell some premium, be more neutral on it. But it's tough. You know, that's tough. I got an NVIDIA 315 call. Hey, if you're up money, like a lot of times, if you're up money, people are like, oh yeah, and I've done it before when I was years ago. I'd be up. I would be up money. I would be up money, right, on a trade before earnings. I'd be like, oh, you know, it's probably gonna keep running. I got a nice cushion to get me through earnings. It's happened more times than not where that trade would go to zero. You know, it's like, so I learned to like take the risk off and put it back on afterwards. So you can, right now, what's helping you for NVIDIA, and that's what I did. This is what I did with DraftKings, and it worked out great. What I did with DraftKings was like NVIDIA. Right now, implied volatility is helping you out. NVIDIA, 94%. I don't know what expiration you're in or whatever, but implied volatility is helping out. After earnings, implied volatility is going to go down. It's going to hurt you. So even if it goes up even more, you may not be making any extra money. So you want to be careful. You want to be careful holding through earnings something that's already profitable, because you're going to lose money towards premium crush. Now it's up to you. I mean, having a 315 call probably relatively safe because you're deep in the money. But would you be comfortable with the risk if it comes back down to 300 or 320? I mean, that's reasonable right now with this chart. People are like, oh, it never get down there. But I mean, that's where support is. I mean, it's just ripping up like crazy right now. So it's really up to you. Viacom, CBS up 55%. I mean, everything's up. Everything's up 5% today. Everything up. Goldman Sachs up. Huge. JP Morgan. I mean, I'm glad I got into XLF, but I guess I could still get long JP Morgan. That bounce here at 180 at 82. I should have bought into this bounce, but it broke the trend and I wasn't sure. So now it created some support here. Solidified support, so I definitely do like that. VTIQ. Is VTIQ clapped? What did I say about this, guys? What did I say about this? I'm gonna go have to find the tape, but this is what I said about this. You got to be very, very careful with charts like this. These penny stocks, pump and dumps. I mean, you basically are trading this on momentum. Now, you could ride the wave and be fine with it, or you could definitely get wrecked and keep buying the dip and get wrecked. So charts like this, I mean, they don't make sense, and a bunch of penny stockers, they come up on scanners and they get pump, and then sold, and short. So, you want to be careful with stock. That's why I don't trade these things. This is why I don't trade VTIQ or stocks like this that go from $1, $10 up to $35 in a matter of days. This is definitely a penny stock that went up too fast, too soon. And that's one of the things that I worry about in the market that we're in right now. Are we going up? We're up 80 points on the S&Ps right now. Are we going up too fast, too soon? Will that get sold off? Guess there needs to be a tutorial on penny stocks for the masses. Yeah, I mean, I think what's attractive with penny stocks, right, is the idea that you can make 100%, 50% in trading penny stocks versus regular stocks. People are like, oh yeah, you can make, versus making the 2% on Apple, you can be making 40% on VTIQ, right? But if you trade options, you make 20% every day easily. When I would make 20% in penny stocks, it would be a struggle. Now on options, you can make 20% easily. You can make 10% easily. People would be like, oh, I'm so proud of my 15% gains. You get 15% gains in seconds on options, trading well-known stocks that are not going out of business. So that's what I'm saying about like penny stocks versus options. Like the thing is, with penny stocks, it's a lot easier to get into, right? Because you don't have to know that much. You basically buy stock or short stock. You got a 50-50 chance. However, options not so easy. The barrier to entry is a lot higher because you have to learn about all these things. The option strategies, the Greeks, all those. People are like, man, that's way too much work. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna trade stocks, and you can, but you can't trade them safely. So options, I feel like you could trade safely. Sure, you can get ripped a new one, but you can get ripped a new one in the stock market, right? So what I say is you got to put the work. If you want to make money in the stock market, you got to put the work in. Like I'm literally all day, every day looking at the market at night, seeing where the pricing is at, trying to establish where I want to go, where I think the market's going to go, and always letting that play out in my mind. Like I'm always, you have to have the pulse of the market to make money, and you also have to put in the work on the charts. You can't just be like, okay, I looked at the charts for 10 minutes a day. I'm gonna go play my video games and call it a day. So You got to put in the work. Look at anything. You start a business, you got to put in the work. You start a business, you put in the work. You can't just go open a barber shop and be like, okay, put 2 chairs in, hope people come by. Can't do that. You can't do that. You have to put in the work. You have to put in marketing. You have to build word of mouth. You have to be knowledgeable. People have to trust you to cut their hair, right? So why would options trading or the stock market be easy? AMC being bought up by Amazon. I think that was a rumor. I mean, maybe, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? It was a rumor. AMC being bought up by Amazon. It got sold off pretty hard. Now it's looking to recover a little bit. So, if you want to play with it down in here, it's decent support down in here around like 450, 425. It's probably bouncing up right now, 484. So you could probably put like a cheap spread or something on. These are, whew. I mean, these are 200% implied volatility. 100. This is up there. Maybe sell some puts. I don't even know. The options trading is not. Options are not even loading in on the monthlies right now, so I don't even know what. I guess June's messed up, but you go into July. I mean, this is 75 cents, 170% implied volatility for a $4 stock. I mean, it's crazy. Maybe it's warranted. Maybe they will get bought out. I don't know. Nobody knows until the deal like happens, if it happens. I mean, there's the rumors, and that's what it is. What are my thoughts on Bitcoin? And then you got Billy Teva. I mean, Bitcoin resistance. It's hitting resistance. You see what happened. I mentioned this last week. You see what happens here right at resistance, 10,000. Tapping it. I mean, it's got to bust through. It's got to get through 10,600 area. It's tough up in here. A lot of sellers on Bitcoin right up in here. Teva. Sorry, I'm trying to cover this before market opens here. Teva. 1162. I mean, Teva is one of those stocks that's scary to trade, but it always works out. It's like one of those stocks that like is scary to trade. You could, and the thing is, you can make money shorting it. You can make money buying it. So it works great. I mean, I would much rather buy calls at 10. We definitely have resistance up here around the 12 area. So just be careful. Now it's at 1162. What I would say, like for me, I would just chill, see what happens here. Maybe it'll come back down towards 11. Like what I would like to see is it popped up to 12, come back down to 11, and then accumulate, consolidate, and then try to make another run towards 13. That would be ideal. However, it is currently bullish above the the 50-day and the 200-day. However, these are kind of low, so that's why there's such strong support around here at like 10 area. So for me, for Teva, if I was going to trade Teva today, I would just be chill. I would just be chill and see what happens around 1190 if it pushes. Because what happens is you get kind of FOMO right now. You're like, man, I should have bought that when it was 11 on Friday. I should have bought that when it was 11. Now it's 12. Then you get a little bit of FOMO, but FOMO hits you. FOMO seems to always hit you right when you're hitting resistance. When you're hitting resistance, FOMO says you buy the call and you're like, mother, I shouldn't have bought that call because I'm at freaking resistance here, and then you lose money, right? So don't give in to FOMO is what I gotta say. And FOMO seems to hit at resistance. If you're feeling FOMO, short yourself. Yeah, I mean, just don't chase. I mean, Hank, you're right. I mean, if you can trade responsibly, the problem is, Hank, majority of the people cannot trade those types of stocks responsibly and act like it's a get rich quick type of scenario, and that's how they get burned. That is the biggest problem. I mean, you may be a good trader. You may be able to trust yourself, and you can trade it. That's fine. But most people try to get rich quick in the stock market, and that's what we're not trying to do here. Exactly. Feel FOMO, show yourself. All right, market just opened up. Let's see what it does. Chad Gaming, if you're just joining us, say what up. Hit the like button if you guys can do it. Appreciate it. See what's happening right here. I'm gonna go back Daniel Ring, I'm holding FedEx calls. They tried to squeeze me out last week. Yeah, FedEx is probably bouncing up. Ooh, nice healthy 5%. Okay, so we're up a little bit right now. We'll see what happens with these stocks. So I'm up XLF. I probably should close out XLF. Up on DocU, up on Costco, a little up a little bit on Beyond. So we're up a few $100s this morning. Man, Dropbox is down this morning. I might just have to cut that loose because it's like not doing. I have till July, but it's like ridiculously slow. Ridiculously slow. I'll probably sell it a pop up, right? So let's see if we can. Let me take XLF off. Let's see, what's XLF? XLF moving down a little bit. All right, we'll take XLF off. I'm not really wanting to hold. And probably rip back up a little bit more to 22. What if I don't want to get rich quick? What if I just want to get rich over the next 2 years? You gotta do you, man. Do you. I mean, anybody can make money in the stock market. It depends on how much work you put in. Like, the stock market's not a get rich quick scenario. That's the biggest mistake. All right, I'm getting out of XLF. We'll see if we can get out of this. Sell this off, kind of trim a little bit, and see what we can do. See what we can do with. Okay, so we made $114 on XLF. Kind of slow. I sold off most of my bullish positions. DKNG getting hit a little bit. Apple's coming down. XLF pushing up. I mean, I think the banks are pushing up. The banks were sold off hard last week. You know. Dow's up 790. Whew. Okay, so DocuSign is getting hit hard. So I'm long DocuSign currently. Oof. So I mean, I'm up money on it, but it's getting DocuSign is getting slammed. It's probably rotating to other names. Daniel made 500 in FedEx. Congrats, man. I don't know, Billy. You gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. Look at SPY. Let's see. SPY's pushing 293. Trying to push up 294 area right now on SPY. Man, it's up. It's coming up at resistance here. It's right at the top of the range. This is kind of scary. Let's see what are SPY calls. Let's see SPY calls is going for this morning. Yeah, these are up. Oh man, SPY calls are up. These are up 1,800%, 500%. Today's expiration. Even Wednesday's expiration, 400, 300%. Could have bought some really cheap calls, but you didn't know. You didn't know. I mean, that's a crazy. SPY calls up 1,500%. Yeah, I might have trimmed a little too much on Friday because I'm kind of sitting here just chilling. Just kind of sitting here. I mean, up a little bit on Costco. I'm up on Costco. I'm up on Beyond a little bit, but overall, we're up a couple hundred. Nothing great. Nothing to write home about. I mean, I'm not complaining about being up a couple $100. That's for sure. But I refuse to enter the market till 10 a.m. Not a bad idea. Like that's the thing. Like with these huge gap ups, I get a little bit concerned of like what that is going to be intraday. Is intraday they're gonna move it? Okay, like if you're thinking the S&P already moved 80 points. SPY's already moved $7 to the upside, right? So what are they going to do? Are they just going to let it digest? Are they going to rip this down, rip it back up, have a little bit of chop? I mean, what's the plan here? What's the market going to do today? I mean, that's what I want to know. And when you have a major gap up like this, or a gap down, even if you have a major gap down like this, I mean, you're gonna be. I mean, what's there to do all day? We'll see. Look at this. Gold got smashed hard. Look at that. Gold got smashed hard. 1775 smashed. You know, couldn't push. I thought maybe it could push up here to 1788, but clear resistance up in here. 1775 got smashed. It's now red. Gold is now red on the day. I mean, that is crazy to me. What's like SLV doing? SLV still, but it looks like a short. You know, I mean, it looks bullish on the 1 year, but the daily is telling you to short. All right, DocuSign's making a comeback. DocuSign's coming back. And I cannot believe DraftKings, DKNG. I'm glad that they added DKNG did add weeklies now, but they need to add some more strikes here. There's not enough strikes. I mean, after 30, it's $5 wide. It's not good. They got next week expiration. They do have more strikes. I think they just added. Kind of spotty here. Then they add some more. I mean, there's good volume. There's good volume and good open interest on DKNG. So they need to add some more. They need to add some more strikes. People want to trade DKNG. I mean, it's actually. I actually like that. You know, brand new stock like this is actually getting such volume is nice. Reality income is ripping. Let's see what we got here. Just cashed out on MGM. Michael, nice. We need to break this resistance. If we die here, it's going down. I refuse. Let's see here. 45% up across the board by lunch. Whew. Yeah, look, this is insane. Like, this is like DocuSign. I'm holding DocuSign right now. I literally went red on it, and now I'm up $80. Like what the heck? DocuSign is. But if you look at DocuSign on these opens here, you need to be. I mean, this is insane. These opens, and this is the 5-minute chart. I mean, these dips get bought instantly. Look at this day. It dipped from 122 down to 118, and then ripped up to 123. I mean, so. The dips on DocuSign. What I noticed if you trade DocuSign, the dips on DocuSign are quick. Yo, Nvidia sold, double my money. Congrats, man. 100% gainer. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Sell before earnings, redeploy that capital. You know, your money is safe in cash, and you could always find a new trade. Like what happens to a lot of people are like, I had a good entry, I don't want to let it go, and then it turns into a losing position. And then you're like, I should have let it go, right? All right, Beyond right now. Look at this. So I went from, literally in minutes. I went from negative on DocuSign to up 30%. I was just down that a couple minutes ago when it dipped down to 123, and now it's ripping on DocuSign. I mean, probably could get more. I did do a debit spread, thankfully, so it's a little bit safer. So it allows me to kind of chill. But geez, beyond, I'm down money on. I was up money on Friday. I should have took the money at open on Beyond. So Beyond, I'm down like $29. I mean, not huge, but it was up. I was up like 20% on Beyond. Didn't take it. Hit resistance at 140, and I held like. And this is what I mean. Like, I didn't take the profits. Came up on resistance here. I didn't take the profits, and it sold off, and then I was down. Now I'm still down. I'm down $30. I mean, it's not huge, but you know, you got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined in taking your profits and redeploying that capital. Made $400 on Baidu. Nice. Hank, that's what I'm talking about. $400 before earnings, and then you can make more money on earnings if you want. I don't know if you sell premium or not, because premium is a little bit on the higher side in there. VIX futures gained some ground. Let's see here. Oh man, it's ripping down. VIX futures down 10%. VIX down 10%. VXX down 7.5%. Going to short HD today. Have a 140 call. Yeah, Home Depot's gonna be tricky. Home Depot is going to be tricky. 247 though. I mean that's crazy. If I held, that would have been $1,000 play. I made 150 bucks on it, which was still great because I made what 30%, 20% on it. But it turned into that would have been $1,000 trade today if I held. But I didn't really want to hold. I was afraid to hold over the weekend due to the trade news. Maybe they did it on purpose. Mess with me. I'm just so scarred from the trade news in 2018 that like over the weekend we'd always have like trade news and I'd always regret it. I'd always regret it, you know? Lows? Yeah, I mean you can trade lows. I mean it's the same exact chart as Home Depot if you want. I mean this major gap up. These are only up 70% on the day, though, for this week expiration. So they're not huge pressing in this move here. Are we short today? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if we can be short today. I mean, day trade, maybe. I mean, Dow just went up. Since I've been talking, Dow's up on another 150 points. And S&Ps are up like another 20 points since I started talking, which I started talking 41 minutes ago. I mean, that's big. We need to be careful. All right, should I take my gains? Should I take my gains from DocuSign? Up 30%. Up 34%. So we're starting to make a little bit of money now. We're starting to make a little bit of money. It was a little rocky open for my P&L. We're up 30% on DocuSign. I took the XLF because XLF I have with if I don't sell this gap up, I always have trouble making money on XLF unless you're real patient. I mean, that wasn't June expiration, but I don't think I'm really up $300 on DocuSign. I think it's a little liquid. We could try to close it. If I'm up 56%, I'll close it for sure. Let's see. Let's see if they take it. I don't think I'm up that much. There's no way. Nope. No one wanted it for that much. I'll put in $4 though, see if someone wants it. And I'll take 50% gains on DocuSign if someone wants it. But it doesn't look like the thing with DocuSign though, the options are illiquid, which I don't like. I mean, it's a money maker, but it's illiquid. Baba? Don't talk about your P&L on the screen. Lowe's isn't FOMO like HD. Yeah, I tend to disregard Lowe's, and the reason why I disregard Lowe's is they like closed a bunch in our area. So I don't take it seriously for some reason. Home Depots are man houses, but let's see here. Alibaba. I mean, Alibaba is probably insane right now. Now I did talk about this a little bit earlier, but now that it's reverse trending, you see we were in this downtrend, and now it's reversed. I mean, just insane. Just insane. So people are going to come inbound, but I'm a little bit worried. We need to break 215 here. If we could break the 215, 216 area, I might put on like a bullish strangle. I would probably do like a strangle just to kind of add some protection. Implied volatility is relatively low, so you could buy premium in here relatively cheap. So I would probably, for me, I'm all about protection, trying to play it safe. So, all right, so does anyone want to take my docu trade off my hands here? I'm up 40%. Anyone want it? Doesn't look like it. That's the thing. You got to be real patient. Man, Beyond is just not catching me, giving me a break here. Can we just run to 140 again? I can get out of this mess. I mean, I have a lot of time on it. And that's the other thing that's kind of a mind game is like if you have a lot of time, sometimes you don't exit the position. This is what happens. Like, oh, I got more time. I'll give it time to break through 140, and then it doesn't, right? You don't get how CMG. I don't know either. I was short CMG into earnings, and I think it just looks like a massive short squeeze now. I mean, there's probably heavy shorts up in here, and now they're losing their lunch. I mean, this I have no idea. This is insanity. Insanity. I mean, hopefully. I mean, okay. Let's see. Let's try to get out of. Docu. Nope. No go. Man, this market is still running. All right, somebody did pick up. I mean, I made like 40% on. I didn't get 50%, but I made like 40% on DocuSign. So somebody did take it off my hand. So I mean, we're up healthy right now. We made 114 realized, and we made another 194. I'm up Costco a little bit here, up 20% on Costco, down 6% on Beyond. So we'll see. Grubhub's coming back around. I was down on Grubhub, now it's coming back around, only down 30% now. Grubhub is kind of like a speculative play, but the problem with Grubhub was I got in the wrong expiration. I wanted to get into September, and I accidentally put on June. Whoops. But I got out of Docu. We'll see what happens. What's Zoom doing this morning, guys? Let's see. Zoom. Man, Zoom is down. It seems like when the other names are going wild, they rotate out of like the coronavirus safe havens, right? Like Zoom and DocuSign. When the market's way up, they push the money into like the banks and other undervalued stocks. Tesla's a bunch of junk right now. It's worth $3. It expires this week. I have a debit spreads. I have a 600 put and a 590 put. I shouldn't have traded that. I don't think I'm going to trade Tesla for a while. I'm doing like that's been sitting in my that's been sitting here 2 weeks already, basically worthless. I mean, thankfully we made all that back and then some in the market, but geez, you know, it wasn't a good move. Like Tesla, I don't know. I just can't trade anymore. Me and Tesla are done. Disney. Is it at 110? Oh, 118? Oh, man. It's like, what is it at 110? Was it at 110? Yeah, I feel like this is too much too fast. I mean, I do think they could tap 120. But, oh, man. It's hard. Like, shorting this, you don't want to get run over. I mean, Apple's kind of struggling this morning, though. Apple's kind of struggling. Watching Apple here. Costco doing all right. Costco was struggling all last week. Look at last week. Costco. And Costco's another hard one to trade because the options are low volume. Costco coming all down. Man, good thing I got out of DocuSign because it's now coming back down to 126. I sold at like 128. Whew, that's close. But we've been making bags off DocuSign. Even though it's not liquid, we've been making bags off DocuSign. When you break it with Tesla, make sure you do it in the publicly. I'll put on my Twitter. All I have to do on Twitter, I'm gonna say Tesla is a scam and it's gonna be TSLAQ soon, and then my Twitter will be just like FinTwit will just like jump on me and try to destroy me, call me stupid, even though it's a joke. Man, I thought Dropbox would be doing some numbers today. It's not. Dropbox is not doing numbers. Look at this. Look at this trash. Disappointment. But I mean, the 1 year chart still looks relatively good. So if we can consolidate in here, it could still push back up. But I mean, it's been really rocky. It's been real rocky. I mean, it's down 28% for me. So we'll hold. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do with this man. I think that's position. If you're not like in a winning position, you're kind of like, well, what do I do now? How much more is it going to move intraday? Can I short this? Can I do this? Can I do that? And right now we're just gonna, for me, I guess if you want, you can try. You want to buy my Dropbox call for July? I got 60 days on it. Yeah, what the problem is right now is we're starting to trigger like some massive short squeezes. So, and BA's up 7%. Pretty healthy. Hope Mason took his profits on that. Roku, it's a little dangerous here. And the question is, when this does dip, like you're looking at Apple, looking at Roku, is this going to get dip and bought up, or is it going to really dip? I mean, look at DocuSign. It'll dip down to 122. Let's get the 5-minute chart on this bad boy. I mean, this dipped down to 123, ripped up to 128. Now, the question: is this a low, and this is another low, and it's going to rip back up, or was this a high? It's going to come back down, double top up here. So that's different. SPY does have resistance up in here. So SPY right now 293.60, hit 294. I mean, this is what we got to watch for, right up in here right now. But I mean, it could break out, or maybe it'll be a triple top. Yeah, gold is getting absolutely destroyed, which kind of makes you want to short the market a little bit. Apple looks like a potential short, but I don't know. I'm waiting for some good setups. I'm not too confident. I'm not too confident shorting right now. Need some more confirmation, but I'm not confident in like just loading up on calls and saying we're gonna go to the moon. You know. Sorry, my allergies are flaring up for some reason. And Beyond is red now. And Beyond in Dropbox. I should have got out of this, but it's chilling here. We'll see what happens here at Beyond support. Not a bad place to add calls. Rip up to like 136 area if you want to try to day trade that. But man, what a disappointment for Beyond in Dropbox. Costco's down a little bit too. Costco's coming down. So the scary thing is, like, does it want to fill these gaps? I mean, it could for sure. Does it want to? Hope not. I think BA is good short on a swing. Yeah, I mean, the thing is right now, like, bears are like, man, I'm feeling really hungry, you know, and they might just lay in. You know, when the bears lay in, I mean, the market just gets ripped a new one. So we'll see. I mean, up in here, like we're in short territory on a lot of these stocks. Let's see what Apple's doing right now. Yeah, Apple's up on short territory as well. Had a gap up, could definitely fade back down to 300. Apple. I mean, I would short Apple up in here again, based on the trade news as well. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna let this play out a little bit. I'm gonna let the market digest what's going on here. I mean, I'm already up about $300 in realized profits. So I'm just gonna relax. We're gonna see what happens. Gonna see what the market wants to do. Not gonna try to rush into any positions. Robinhood screwed my HG debit spread. My HG debit. You gotta be careful about Robinhood, man. You gotta be careful about Robinhood. I wonder how many people we've converted from Robinhood away to something else. Probably 1,000 people. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 1,000 people. Probably. It's a lot of people. Think or swim. Call me up. Call your boy up. Thinkorswim doesn't give out any like referrals or anything. Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade. So, all right, I'm gonna pop off here. You know, be safe today, guys. Anything can happen. I mean, the market's up huge, but be careful. Don't chase. Look for good setups. Be mindful. Take profits. Redeploy capital. Right. As always, stay safe. Stay green. It's us versus herd.